Your bizarre adventure is an incredibly balanced game. Today, we're gonna look at my main stand combo, Gold Experience Boxing. Brief history of GE. It used to not have a beatdown. Frog Punch used to be a glorified heavy hit. The Frog Punch actually, the frog would spawn, and it would just sink through the floor. I don't have any footage of this. I could go find some maybe. But with lots of bug fixes, and some balance changes, and some new moves, GE's pretty good. GE's pretty good. It's got some pretty insane healing power, a couple uncancelable block breaks, which really is all it needs to contend with some of the strongest stands. So with the almighty power of Frog Punch and Beatdown and Heal Spam, I'm gonna teach you just how balanced GE really is. Gold Experience is a short-range melee stand with one projectile and a bunch of block breaks. Your main priority with GE is to land your Frog Punch and combo on your Frog, because it'll keep their hitbox in place. GE is a pretty tanky stand because it does have uncancelable moves, which lets you, it gives you a couple more get-off-me tools. And it has the strongest self-heal in the game, tied with GER and shit. It's got a pretty low-cost skill tree, which lets you use more points on more defensive tools, like regen, or extra sturdy for those pesky silver chariots who love to break your block. So Gold Experience has got your standard barrage, heavy hit, whatever, M2, the normal barrage stand stuff. But then it has Frog Punch, which is the main gimmick. It poisons your opponent, takes a random limb for however fucking long, and the frog stays there for about 10 seconds. And the frog will hop around, and it'll hang out. And while the frog is up, any and all damage done to the frog by anybody will damage the person whose leg became a frog. They can block and parry during this, but pretty difficult, especially if there's more than one person on your frog. If people are jumping onto it with their stands, oh boy. Yeah, and some spec moves can hit it too. We'll return to Frog Punch, because it's gonna be like, we're gonna talk about it a lot. Summon Life Form Bird is a tracking, long-range projectile that can do some solid damage. It can be blocked though. If it hits them, it stuns them, but it doesn't really stun them. It's like M1 stun. With Bird, I like to not waste points in the damage, because the damage isn't the reason I use the Bird. The reason I use the Bird is to force them to block, and normally, if they see a bird coming, because it's got a super long windup, they're normally gonna block the bird. And while they're blocking, you can use Tree, or you can use your beatdown on them. Summon Life Form Tree is an uncancelable, unparryable block break that shoots you into the air, which is just so fucking cool. God, you can use it in any situation, and it's never a bad option. Minimum, you'll do like 10 damage. That's the worst case scenario. You'll do like 10 damage to them. It can kind of be used like a counter, because it's uncancelable and unparryable, and it puts you in a positive position in the air. So you'll either break their block, or you'll shoot yourself into the air where you can dash backwards or start up a haymaker, something like that. It shoots you up pretty high if you get a couple levels in it. If you don't get that first level, you can't climb shit with it. It's like a jump. But you'll normally want to use it when you've landed your frog and you can see them blocking. You want to break their block through the frog with your tree. And of course, the legendary Kick Barrage. I think this is another move they added to GE. It's the world's kicks, which are pretty good. You can parry the first hit. That's not really a big issue, because it comes out pretty fast. Don't land the first hit, and you can never be parried. Kicks are really used just for like pressure. Not much else to use them for. Mainly a defensive tool, I'd say. Uncancelable. GE also has two healing moves, a self-heal and an ally heal. They both heal for 49.5 at max, which you should always max out your healing. 49.5. That is a quarter of your health. That's a huge chunk. Every like 40 seconds, man, if you're spamming that when you fight, you can regen like a whole health bar, pretty much. So that's all the GE moves, but boxing really ties it together. GE struggles a lot with maintaining its pressure, because it's only got a couple moves, and all of them are block breaks. There's not really any stuns. Boxing just has way too much going for it. I'll probably make a video just on how fucking stupid boxing currently is. But I don't know. First thing we should talk about, permanent defense buff. But yeah, not having to stress about the bar move for your defense is very nice. It's just one less cooldown for you to keep track of. Boxing also can lower your dash cooldowns, which is a super strong ability. Super strong. Just you get so much pressure from how much movement you can do during. It gets a second stronger dash that you can use moves in. You can use moves in the boxing dash. Boxing shuffle's crazy. Boxing shuffle keeps your combos going for days. They can't run from you if you got maxed out cooldowns on those. It's crazy. Though I don't use that strategy very much because I don't normally have to dash all that much to land Frog Punch. And I don't really have movement options in the first place. That's not how I fight. If someone's running away from me, I just stay back. I just let them run away. If you're willing to run from GE, you will never kill it. Ever. Not if they have max regen and max healing. You gotta approach a GE. Their defense is too strong. They heal too fast. Haymaker is, in my opinion, like a top 5 move in the game. With full Fleet Foot, it does a pretty massive amount of damage. Has hyper armor for the entire move. As soon as you press the button, your opponent has to either dodge the move perfectly, which is impossible if you're good at the game and you know how to point and click at them. It's got insane range. I don't know. You can also counter it with a counter, which is, whoa, that's crazy. But like, think of how few stands have a counter. If you're mashing the Haymaker button during a combo, like you can use it as a counter because of its hyper armor. It's crazy. Haymaker's so broken. They really gotta change it. My fix for Haymaker is to increase the damage on it and make it cancelable. That's my fix. Jawbreaker is Jawbreaker. You know, not much to say about it except for good, reliable block break. Most reliable move in the game at this point. Now, Liver Shot, oh boy. Liver Shot adds quite a bit of damage to whatever combo you're doing. I think it's like 15 extra damage from the bleed. All boxing moves work on Frog. That includes the Liver Shot, and that includes status effects like the bleed damage, or if you were to land Luck and Pluck on the Frog, it would give them the burn, bleed, limb removal. It'd give them all those. They'd even have the poison from Frog still. With poison on the Frog and bleed from liver stacking, you can do some pretty crazy damage with GE, even without landing your beatdown, which is going to be a lot of your damage still. The beatdown is, you're going to be spamming it. That's my strat. I like to spam the beatdown because it's long, it gives you a lot of regen. You're running max regen on my build. I think when I land a beatdown, it heals around 40-ish just from regen, and then because it's such a long beatdown, it gives you your self heal back because it lets you get the cooldown. It lets you get like 20 seconds of it. So you gotta land your beatdowns. That's the important thing about this build. You gotta land them. There's not really a specific combo you try to land with GE. As long as you're able to land the Frog Punch, you can use almost any move and they're not gonna do shit about it. Your goal while punching the frog is to bait out a stupid block, break that block, and punish them super hard. As long as Frog is out, you have their hitbox right in front of you, so you don't gotta worry about anything. Typically, if you use Bird, they will block, and as soon as they block, if you use Jawbreaker or Tree, you'll probably get a block break. And from there, you can do whatever you want. I like to Liver Shot, do a couple M1s, Knuckle Sandwich, blah blah blah. Make up whatever you want. Haymaker works. You can land that on Frog. Just make sure you're landing your frogs and you're healing as much as you can, and you're landing your beatdowns as much as you can. Even if they're at like green health, it's still good to, you know, maybe get some stuff off cooldown. It's still good to, you know, maybe regen a quarter of your HP every time. It's still like, there's other aspects to the beatdown besides the damage in this build. All right, let's take a look at my skill trees. Here's my character skill tree. I have max speed because, you know, I don't have any movement options on GE, so having the max speed helps a little. A lot more people also are running 4 agility now, and having this extra speed boost on them is pretty nice. Like, people say the difference between these two is negligible, and it is, but it's still a difference. So, there's that. One, sturdiness, as you should always have. I have max regen, max HP. This is a full defense build, so you need all this. And you can't afford all this. It's fine. Doesn't affect the rest of the build that much. So, with the way that they changed the skill trees, they ruined my build a little bit. I used to have these two, but now, as you can see, they don't cost, like, that used to be 2, and that used to be 1 or 2, and now that's 3, and that's 3, so they just kind of ruined my build a little bit. It's whatever, I don't care. This added like 4 damage anyways. GE's bird doesn't do that much damage. It's like 20 at max, which isn't that much. GER does like 30. That's enough that I think it's worth maxing that out. But not on GE. And GE doesn't need it either. You don't use it for damage, you use it to force a block. I do have this because GE's a team stand, and I play with my friends, so I like to heal them. Of course, max out your healing. For boxing, I really just wanted to, you know, get a little bit of the cooldowns for my dashes and a little bit of the cooldowns for boxing shuffle. Got all the moves, of course. Gonna get quick hands too. I did want to go further, but I liked I don't know. I like having the lower dash cooldowns. That extra movement helps a lot. Of course, max defense and haymaker. And then I have my boxing gloves on 1. It's mapped to a mouse button though. That's how I made my build. Well, yeah, that's everything to do with the build. Let's just hop into these 1v1s and I'll talk about what I'm talking about. So, don't mind me just getting the thumbnail here, or a potential thumbnail. I'm gonna try posing with everybody I fight in 1v1s. I do try. They don't always pose with me, but to be fair, if someone asked me to pose with them for a thumbnail, I would not. If someone asked me to pose for a thumbnail with them, I would do no such thing. I would kill them as soon as I can. I want to ruin their video. I don't want to be in it. Get out of here. Fight! So yeah, you can see what the goal here is for me is I want to get a block break. The tree was already coming out. I did see that counter. Ooh, no time to block there. I know I tried blocking. Yep. Sometimes you can just throw it out. If they're mid M1, they don't always like expect it or like, yeah. You wait for them to block, land the beatdown. Look at this, he's dead here. Interesting. Well, yeah, that's him. One, 2 combos. I don't know. Simu doesn't have a great matchup against GE. At least I think it doesn't really. I don't know. The bleed helps a little because bleeding nerfs healing, but it's just not enough. Maybe if he was using his spec a little more. Yeah. But he's not, like, he probably should have countered there, the kicks. If someone counters my kicks, then I'll miss the last kick. Because, you know, that's just how you do it. Haymaker. Stupid. Damn. Yep, I saw the win there. I saw the block break and I was just like, oh, and then he leaves. I forgot he left. Oh, man. Alright, getting my thumbnail here, getting my thumbnail. This guy, I remember him. He just, like, stood there for a while. I waited for him, though. Why am I waiting? Kill him. Tusk can be annoying. I did pretty bad in, like, I think there was a couple Tusk fights. I did bad in all of them. I normally can block Wormhole. Today just wasn't in the mood, I guess. I just could not block them. I couldn't react in time. Typically, the only moves that, like, are reactable but unreactable to me are Platinum Slam, and there's another one. Yo Angelo and Platinum Slam, I always struggle blocking. Yeah, so this is what I hate about TA Force. They just run away and spam. That's all they do. Oh, but then he parried that. Man, TA Force never expect you to block that move, though. They never do. Pretty amazing, got that parry off. Oh! The stun from the bullets. Good shit. This guy is playing scummy, but he's good at playing scummy. And here I go. Yep, here it comes. Something, oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. Just trying to land the beatdown, really. Frog moment, yes! I love Frog. I think it is the longest beatdown. I'm pretty sure. I don't know why I meant to frog punch there. But I have, no. I don't know what I was doing there. Might have been going for kicks. I don't remember. I know I wasn't going for heal, and I accidentally pressed heal, and I was mad about it. I have no moves! They're all on cooldown! It's always so sad whenever that oh, yes! Yes! Getting a knockdown and then doing birds after, sometimes the bird will stun them just long enough that you can get in there, maybe knuckle sandwich or M1 into a barrage, because they don't have their stand up yet. It's pretty great. Oh, there it was. Oh shit, that's the thing. That's the thing I talked about. The bird into beatdown on Frog. It forced him to block. Hold on. I gotta rewind for a sec. Yep, kicks, knocks them down and stand crashes. And then you can see as he gets back up, look at him, he's gonna block. Yeah, see that? And then because he was blocking, the beatdown went through. I just wanted to be mean to him for a second, and then I felt bad. I'm joking. And you know what's funny? We were fighting 2 seconds ago, and we get matched up again, and then he's AFK again. I don't know. What is he doing? I guess we're in the fight now. I got him to half at some point during those 2 minutes. Here I go, just oh my lord. What do you even do about this? And beatdown? No. Beatdown would have killed there, but poison killed anyways. It's the poison and the bleed. Liver shot's so great. I don't think I used it there, but something I should have used. One thing that you have to remember when you're playing GE is that your opponent can't really force you to do anything, because if all else fails, you can stall out forever. Tree puts you in a really positive position. Frog can take a leg and they can't catch up to you. You have the strongest healing in the game. My build runs max regen too. If you land a beatdown, you heal 50 HP. You have a lot of defensive options if you just want to run. You can't really catch anybody because you don't have movement options. But in the case of a runner like this, I'm keep going for him, but you do have the option of just, you know, just let them heal and then you heal. What are they gonna do? Cry? GG. Just wanted to pose with me. I think he does. Yeah, he poses. Most people are cool about it, actually. A majority of people are cool about it. I wouldn't be, personally. I would try to kill any YouTuber I saw. I wouldn't pose with them. But most people did pose with me. It was fun. Yikes. Unfortunate. Yeah, I think this is one of the ones I lose. He's actually pretty decent with his stand. But, I mean, I don't know. It's pretty easy to be good with Star Platinum. All you gotta do is land Starfinger, and then they're just stunned forever, and you can do whatever you want. Damn. Yeah, I'm kind of just throwing out moves because I'm just really scared here. I'm not thinking too straight. Bro. Kick Barrage. Kick Barrages are really good. Yeah, so this is how GE gets countered here. GE is a melee stand, but it's not the best melee stand. And if you're not, you know, a worse melee stand than GE can't really do much unless they land a frog. But some people just always parry frog. And you can only land it off a block break or something stupid. So whenever I run into this kind of person who will parry my frog punches and my beatdowns, and they just know how to use a better stand than GE, I just get folded. Look at this. He's got so much damage. Yeah, I probably could have healed there. I don't know why I didn't. I think I thought it was on cooldown still, or some shit. I don't know. Oh man, you can tell when they're sweaty when they like stay on the spawns. Oh, and then I didn't have my claws. I didn't have my claws on. The item slots always fail me. I have them set in settings. I have boxing claws on one. Not the best thing to do. Bro, it was my only option to get boxing claws. The only way to stun him long enough for me to switch items. And then I also needed to regen. His stand is different. It's my stand, but it's stronger. That's what it is, yeah. Because GE's just melee and block breaks. And then Star Platinum's all that and more. Like rage mode and fucking... The only thing I have over a Star Platinum is my healing. And the gimmickness of Frog Punch. But it tends to not be enough whenever you run into a good Star Platinum. The time stop stands are all just fucking built different, bro. All of them. Even without time stop, all of them are super good. I hate Starfinger so much. Winding me and shit. Yeah, I posed for the thumbnail with this guy, and he just resets. Gives me the win. And then I run into him immediately, and I'm like, fight now. So, yeah. Luck
has a really tough time against GE. A lot of the pluck moves have a lot of startup, and GE has 3 uncancelable moves. So you can see how and the pluck moves move you. They move you forward. Like, I could be landing so many frogs here. I'm just bad at the game and I don't do it. But there's plenty of opportunities. Whenever he uses like almost any pluck like that, you can land frog punch. Land it here. Couple M1s. Kicks. Bird. Beat down. Oh, right, counter. Barrage! What am I doing? Why didn't I have barrage? I didn't have to waste tree there. Hacks. Time erase is pretty busted. Pretty good move. You can land frog punch off that. Yeah, there's just all kinds of places to land it. Especially with someone who plays this aggressively. When someone's too busy focused on like trying to combo and press their buttons, you know, they might put themselves in a little bit of end lag. And frog punch is uncancelable, so they can't really watch out for that when they're mashing. Oh, he's dead. Yep. Yeah, so that was my GE boxing guide. Like and subscribe, my friends. Yeah, let me know if I missed anything, because I don't know. I think I got everything. I'm pretty sure I did. And if I didn't get anything, I'm sure the 1v1s probably showed you what I'm talking about. Gold experience, it's Immortal, Invincible, the tankiest build in the game. Sometimes tanking isn't enough, but damn is it fun to play as. So I'll see you guys later.